All right, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 4-4, multiplication comparison. So we're going to be comparing number stories that have to do with multiplication. So let's start with the first one here. It says John picked 15 apples, while his brother Eli picked 5 apples. Before we get to the second part down here, I want you to think about the first one here. Think about the first question. And think about the what two quantities are we comparing? Okay, hopefully you're thinking the same thing as I am, is the quantities we're thinking right now, the quantities we're comparing are the number of apples that John and Eli have, because that's what we're comparing, the number of apples they each have. Okay, so knowing that, if I were to ask you, well, first, there are several ways you could compare two quantities in this problem. For example, we can use multiplication to describe the greater amount in terms of the lesser amount. When we use multiplication to compare, we include the phrase times as many. So we could say Johnny picked so many times as many apples as his brother, Eli. So, how many times as many apples did John pick as his brother? How many times as many as his brother? Well, hopefully you're going to come up with an equation of 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Or something like n times 5 equals 15. So we're still trying to find this number, which I already kind of gave it to you there. But if you're looking at the family, you would have the 15 up top, you'd have the 3 and the 5 down low, or if you had the rectangle, you'd have the 3 on the side, the 5 and the 15. If you didn't know that was there, if you didn't know that was 3, you would just take the bigger number, divide it by one of the factors. Same with here, you'd take the biggest number, the product, and divide it by 5 to get the other missing variable, the other missing number. So you can also look at a comparison bar. We have never used a comparison bar in here, but a comparison bar is shown like this. So if this is John, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Let's see. So he has so this would be 5 times as many, because we found out that he had 5 times as many apples. Oh, and I did that last one wrong up here. No, I didn't. It shows that he has 3 times as many. Sorry, the thing I'm looking at in the book is actually different than what I have here. So let's do this a little bit different. John says he picked 3 times as many apples. Okay? He picked 3 times as many apples as his brother. So we know that he had 3 times Eli. Okay? Because that's what we said. We found that the other factor was 3. And 3 times Eli, and Eli picked 5. So here are his 3 times. Okay, so there's the 3 times to give you 15. And then Eli just had 5. So 1 box times 3 would give you 3 boxes of 15. Okay, this would be 1, then you have another, then you have another. So so if we were to create an equation that'd be a little bit something new for all of you, we could do something like we could say E for Eli equals J for John divided by 3. Okay? And then we know that J was 15 divided by 3, and you know E would be 5. Okay? Kind of where we started. We already know the the E and the J in this. So this would be a possible equation that would work for this. Another one, that'd be one in division. If you had to do one in multiplication, maybe you would do something like John equals 5 times E. Okay? So no, that'd be 3. Okay? John equals 3 times E. We know E is 5. We know John had 15. So 3 times 5 will give you 15. Okay? I know you know the answers to these, and you might wonder, I don't see any point of making these equations out, but algebra's fun. Algebra's a lot of fun when you can start throwing letters in and a number here and there and still know the answer. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to push this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to have you turn to page 135 in your activity book. It says, to prepare for a family gathering, Sarah and Ryan made soup. Sarah made 2 quarts, Ryan made 6 quarts. You can compare the amounts using multiplication and division. Let the R equal the number of quarts Ryan made, and let the S equal the number of quarts Sarah made. So Ryan made 3 times as many quarts as Sarah. Okay, here are his 3 times as many. So you could have R equals 3 times S, which is what it is. R equals 3 times S. You could have R equals 3S, because when the number touches against the variable, it means multiplication. Or you could have S equals R divided by 3. So let's go to the next one. It says Natasha made 12 quarts of soup. Manuel made 3 quarts of soup. Let's draw a comparison bar. All right, so we're going to do Natasha. Just put an N for Natasha. And we're going to use the M for Manuel. Okay, Natasha had 12 quarts of soup. And Manuel made 3 quarts of soup. So we could say that she made 4 times as many quarts as Manuel. Because we know that Manuel made 3 quarts and Natasha made 4 times as many quarts. So we know that Natasha made 4 times as many quarts as Manuel. And a multiplication equation that compares the amounts would be Natasha equals 4 Manuel. Okay? Natasha equals 4 times Manuel. Or if it makes you feel better, do Natasha equals 4 times Manuel. However you want to do it. But if you touch the numbers together, the 4 with the M together, it means the same as 4 times M. A division problem you could have would be Manuel equals Natasha divided by 4. Because Natasha had 12, and you divide that by 4, it gives you 3. And that's what Manuel had. So number 5, multiplication is putting together of equal groups. How can this idea be used to explain why a times as many comparing situation is multiplication? Okay, so how you'd be able to figure that out is the greater quantity is repeated groups of the lesser quantity. Okay, and that's what we did up here. The greater quantity, which was Natasha, is repeated groups. See, here's a 3, 3, 3. Okay, these are all repeated groups of the lesser. Okay, so that's multiplication. Anytime you multiply a number in repeated groups by another number, it's multiplication. All right, so let's put this away and open up the next page. Okay, I'm going to do this one with you, and then in small group we'll definitely talk a little bit more about it. Write an equation to solve each problem. Draw a model if you need to. There are 24 students in the science club. There are 2 times as many students in the drama club. How many students are in the drama club? All right. So we have, this is all laid out for you. We have the science club, and we have the drama club. Okay, there are 24 students in the science club, and there are 2 times as many for the drama club. Well, we know that there are 24 in the science club, so that means there'd have to be twice as many for the drama club, so that'd be 24 and 24. Okay, so one of our equations to solve the problem would be drama club equals, I guess I should be a capital D because that's what I did up there. Drama club equals 2 times 24. Okay? Which drama club would equal 48 students. Okay? Next one. There are 180 pennies in Miguel's coin collection, and that is 5 times as many number of quarters in his coin collection. How many quarters does Miguel have? This is not a situation you would draw the comparison bars, because we have a big number here. Okay, we have really big. We have a lot of numbers to work with here. So, and plus it's division. So, if there are 180 pennies in Miguel's coin collection, and that is 5 times as many as the number of quarters in his coin collection, how many quarters does he have? Well, it did say 5 times as many of his quarters. So you'd go 5Q. Let me erase that 5. Doesn't look nice. 5Q equals 180, right? So you would do 180 divided by 5, because it'd be like this. Remember 180 on the top? You go 5. So then you would divide the 2. So then Q would equal 36. Make sure you put your unit down there of quarters. All right, I want you to work on the next two on your own. We're going to continue with story problems like this in small group.